Are we having fun yet? Yes, we are. Welcome to the Kingdom. I'm Andy, and welcome to another episode of Satisfactory. Well, some ideas for Satisfactory, because we are now in the new year. And in the new year, I have brand new ideas that they may or may not put into the game. And if you like some of these ideas, let them know. I will try to put them on the webpage, which I will have linked down below. And let's just get into it. So we are in the new year, and the first thing you guys can do for me in the new year is do something brand new for yourself. If you haven't done already, it's new. You can hit the subscribe button. Just kidding. Okay, so the first thing we can do for our concept is air. So we've done earth, air, and fire. No, we've done earth, water, and fire. Sorry about that. Earth, dig stuff up. Water, we now cool down our machines with it. Fire, that's how we get 99% of our electricity so far. But air, we do not sit there. And this stuff like air. So we have things we can do for that. So we can do pneumatics. I don't know how you say that. Mnemonics or pneumatics? I think it's pneumatics. We can do pneumatic tools. So you could, pump air into a machine, put it into a cylinder, carry that cylinder on you, and it'll have certain machines that it can run on. That would be kind of cool. We have Freon. So you'd be able to pump in, find Freon, pump it, and cool down some stuff, possibly have some sort of ice weaponry, or maybe just cool down certain items that you might harvest, if they ever implement that. We have things that we can burn. So a great idea I have is, instead of actually finding a propane-like substance, we could utilize a substance that we don't use already. I'm thinking, what if the deadly fog that permeates the entire world, instead you could put a machine inside and it will pump it into a canister, then ship the canister out, and then you can burn it for additional electricity. I think that would be a great idea. And those places would have such a good use in them. I love it. And the last one would be helium. So the idea there would possibly make something fly. Not necessarily us. Every single time someone suggested something where we would fly, they don't like that, because it kind of detracts from the way they game. The way they want the game. But let's say we can get a camera that can temporarily fly and give you a lay of the land. That would be kind of cool. So these are ideas for this type of thing, and I think it would be really fun to do it. Next concept, electricity. So in electricity, we have a lot of ways of produce electricity, and I've suggested another one. But here's some ideas that not just produce electricity, but just a little update that I think would be really, really cool. And that would be utilizing some stuff that you see all over the world. So the idea would be having a substation. Now the substation idea is that you bring in your electricity from your main system. You'd have a main substation that would control all the sub-substations. And then your substations all around thing. You'd have electricity going from the big things, being able to space them far apart so that you don't have this row going all over the landscape when that's the only thing you're traveling, going through the landscape, is just these small little poles all over the thing. You'd be able to have these big ones going from main substation to the sub-substations. And in the substations, you'd be able to have those tools that everyone is craving for, like being able to, have a threshold of power and it goes below it, everything that substation powers will just shut off on if you have it set in that direction. And possibly these certain substations will not have that, and they'll be priority. Like, for example, your transport stations, or the stations that control things that can get stuff to your power stations. So the big problem I ever have is if I have my trains giving my main power anything, coal or any other item, I really hate, because when the station goes down, it doesn't get any more, and it stays down. You have to figure out a way to get that stuff over there, but your trains aren't working, your pneumatic tubes aren't working, nothing's working, and you have to run around to do it for it. It's so annoying. So I have to make sure that it's self-contained, but if you had something like this, it wouldn't need to be. Third one, here we go, right? Agriculture. Agriculture is something everyone's done. There's some great mods that do the same thing. Same for the electricity. The great mods, and this is why I didn't have reiterate any ideas that they've already done, solar and that type of thing, because they've already done it and they do a great job. But for agriculture, I would like to see a little bit something that you can be able to grow the stuff they've already implemented into the game, but maybe you be able to utilize wood for something else. So let's sit there. Wood and leather are the big things I would like to see utilized in the game. So leather, being able to utilize everything swapped for me, sorry. Utilize everything that you kill, be able to use leather to be able to make things. Now, the only problem is, for leather, I have no idea what we could use with leather. But for wood, I would love to see walls made out of wood, floors made out of wood, ceilings made out of wood, just things that we use made out of wood. Not everything has to be made out of metal, and you'll get a little extra options in the vanilla game. Fourth one, ready? Robots. Yeah, I know this is a big stretch for this type of thing, and but there's no actual robots that do robotic things. This is an old picture of a really old robot. Oh, I really focused out there. So we got the new robots, and I would love to see something that's structured. Now, I don't know how close to Factorio you want to go, but the ideas I had, and I couldn't find any other pictures that were not monetized, but the ideas I had were possibly, if you saw any previous stuff I've done, I took our little cars and I had to get filled on one side of my factory and then transport it to another side of my factory. I would love to have a little robot that did the same thing. Just have one single stack of inventory and be able to run through your factory without having to do stuff. And is it, you know, what's the word? The word is not coming to me. Is it practical? No. Is it efficient? That's the word. Is it efficient? No. But it would look really cool having a little robot running around doing some stuff. And yeah, I would love to see it. Another idea would be some sort of arm robot that would have tracks on the ceiling, and then or we would be able to utilize the ceiling as ways of getting things around, as well as all the floors, which usually have all the conveyor belts. It's a really interesting idea, and I think it would be kind of cool, but I would love to see it. The last idea I have would be magnetism. There. Magnetism. So the idea for magnetism is being able to utilize what it is to do some stuff. And I can find one other pic. This is the one that was even harder than robots. Magnetism. So the ideas I have for possibly things that would use electromagnetism mostly, and being able to, you know, get that, you know, that big circle you'd see in junkyards and be able to move cars over, sit there. Well, maybe you can utilize it to move certain items that can go from one point to another point in a unique fashion. I know some of these ideas I have are not very practical, but the practical one would be, let's say, electromagnetic boots. So provided you don't use the new walls and ceilings and floors that I suggested, you'd be able to walk up walls and floors utilizing your new electro boots, which, you know, would utilize the batteries in your inventory until they ran out, and then you'd fall. So these are just some of the ideas in the new year. I thought they were interesting. I thought they were fun. If you have any suggestions that you think are really awesome, not only should you post them down below so I can see them quickly and easily, but you should also go to the website and suggest them yourselves. And if you like some of my ideas, I will try by the time this thing comes out to put them on that webpage so that you can like them or dislike them if you don't like them. I don't mind if you don't like my ideas. But I thought, new year, have new ideas. I hope you liked it. And if you did like it, hit the like button. But if you loved it, hit the subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, sayonara and ciao.